sun is coming up fast. A balancing act. Reach for those skulls. How many days like this do you think the world has left? trigger finger. Empty-handed. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough Yeah. The future is in your hands, so take care of it. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the... There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. That's where he bobs. Gulp refuses to move from that barge, despite the fact it makes him burf. Goop's not sure, though, if it's the surf sickness or the radium syrup that causes it. No time for sightseeing. Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. You're poking around Hockbur, a prime village. Says the Sifu has ordered a cleansing fire to make room for something new and better to rise from the ashes. Your orders are to wait for night to fall before you act. Setting the village on fire will send a message to your rivals. That'll turn heads. The crop is scarce and dry ever since the plague started haunting the land, so a touch of a torch should be enough to start the fire. The tribe believes you have to burn some things to the ground to make room for something new and better. You shouldn't concern yourself or worry about the things you're told to do. The way of the tribe is unquestionable, as is the word of the Sifu. You've been instructed to use force if you meet resistance. Sometimes you need more than words to get your message across. You shouldn't be too eager. It's only through discipline that you'll be able to return this land to virgin ground and start anew.
Take that light!
Really, you ought to use your head instead of your gut.
See? The darkness lets you get away with anything.
Just remember, you can always find light in the dark.
Dark? When you already know you're right.
Wonders how something as eternal as the Tree of Life could ever die. Says in the past times most would kill time watching moving pictures in the eye box. Claims to have seen a working eye box somewhere around here. Says it's a box that shows moving pictures and sound. What a wild idea. Believes the eye box only works if you fix it first, which makes sense. You've got to mess with the dials to get the eye box kicking again. Otherwise, the eye box will just sit there, quiet and blind. Wonders what shows you'll watch. Night is the time to take care of business. that skull. Let's see. The water is so colourful. And so the tribe's quest for a new world continues. Tonight's ashes will become tomorrow's wood. Your job... You have time to talk until you've given new orders. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Buffer than ever. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Points out that he's hungry too, but always thirsty for more. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wants to know if he could point you towards something fun to drink, so that you could share with the tipsy tipster. You sure look like you could use a drink. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Says you should toast the end of the world, but you'd better hurry. It's coming soon. Respects how you take care of yourself first instead of trying to swallow too much. Thinks it's funny you wound up with the Jagni. They drink so little, like birds. Can't understand that. Everybody's thirsty. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Says that's what gives your internals such a great glow. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. Says he's not sure you can. Physically, that is. There's no squeeze in the world able to counteract his expansiveness. What a wild ride. That was a wild ride. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. And the open goo before you. The Quack Hollow, it's just lonely. Lockety-locked. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The surf is wider than any road. Gulp says he'll bibble anything once, as long as it's drinkalicious, even rocket fuel. He once mixed up some tankers and drank that. It was a real lift-off. That leads him to the bottom of that particular bottle. Radium syrup. If only he could find a tanker truck to empty. He's not in a state to go looking, so he's counting on you to help. Go find him a tanker truck and bring back some of that precious radium syrup. Please. Yeah. Says they might be good for other things, but not for anything better than adding zing to your drink.
Nothing shines like the dark. Oh, no, wait. Oh, well, you know.
You can't trust the dark.
Can you see how dark sets you free?
It's not too late for you, is it?
Hello, darkness. That's me, your old friend.